Hello, shoppers. Welcome back to another episode of BOGO BOZO. I'm Ethan, and I went to Epic Universe 3 days ago. Great time, great park.
Yeah, and I'm Logan. I recently have started watching Ted season 2 because it came out very recently, and it's fantastic. It's hilarious. It's peak.
And Brennan Lee Mulligan's in it.
He is in it, and that's really funny. Just as a thing that exists,
Yeah.
and again, the show I feel like is better than the movies. Season 1 felt that way. Season 2 continues that trend. But what are we talking about today?
Yeah, so today, well, actually, let's start with our sale item.
We
You
sell
probably
things?
didn't notice anything different. Like, we don't really have any new items.
Yeah, I don't think we have an item for today. There's nothing
You
unusual.
know what? I guess we can do this. I did get this at Epic Universe. Not this last time, but a different time I went. So the deal will be buy one toad hat, get it permanently stuck to your head. That's right, I can't take this off. And you can be like me too. So
Wow.
today we're going to talk about some theme parks.
Speaking of Epic Universe.
Yeah, I mean, that's not one of those. But yeah, I think we can just kind of go through. I mean, we don't really have much of a plan for this episode. We're just gonna kind of run through just some general theme park things.
Just have a conversation.
Have a chill time.
We'll start with something really basic and universally agreed upon, like the fact that Epcot is the worst theme park.
See, okay,
Not the
so
worst. It's the worst Disney park.
um,
It is.
okay.
I don't accept
If we're talking
no.
about Orlando Disney,
Well,
parks,
yes.
then the options are Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom,
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios, Epcot.
And Epcot is the worst.
So I might have a hot take then. No,
Which one do you think is worse than
okay,
Epcot?
you're right. I think if we cut to like 10, 15 years ago, Hollywood Studios was the worst park.
So Hollywood Studios is the next worst. And I think that Epcot had potential to be good, and I think at one point it was good, but now it's only about spending more money, the food, the alcohol, the additional
Yeah,
things.
and they don't even really have
It's not
as
even
much of like the shows and stuff anymore.
it's not even about those countries really as much anymore.
And honestly, the countries are pretty outdated at this point.
That's the problem.
Here's my beef with Epcot is that I went there to go try the new test track before it released, and I had to wait freaking 2.5 hours for them to end up never opening the ride.
And that's part of the problem is that all of the waits for everything will be long because the only things to do there, the only rides or attractions are like there's always at least one closed. You've got the Ratatouille ride, which is good, it's nostalgic, but it's not great. You've got Test Track, which was closed for months.
You got Finding Nemo.
You've got Finding Nemo, which is like
It also breaks
a
down
thing.
every like 10 minutes.
And then you've got like the Figment ride, which is nothing.
No, that ride's amazing.
That ride is
ride's
nothing.
peak. That
You've
ride's
got-
peak. I always sit on that ride. I went with our friend Sam, who was on recently, but we just sat there in the cart like we were insane, just chanting "Imagination, Imagination" over and over again, and that was it.
Then you've got Soren, which is just it's bad. It's outdated. They need to do something.
Yeah, but isn't like the voiceover done by Joe Swanson from Family Guy?
I think so. Yeah, but
That's the same guy that's Kronk, isn't he? Yeah.
it's also the guy.
What a guy.
The
Love that
guy
guy.
who's like the Flynn, I think is
Yeah,
his name
Flynn.
from Skylanders.
Yeah.
Um,
What a guy.
great guy. But the ride it sucks, and the wait is long. And then there's the boat ride in the same place, Living with the Land. Is that what it? Something like that.
Yeah.
That ride. No point.
I'll be real, I don't even remember ever having gone on that ride.
The one ride that's truly worthwhile there is unfortunately the best ride at Disney in Orlando right now, and that's the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah,
So you
which
go
is
to
such a
that
good
park
ride.
for one ride.
I'll also say
Oh,
it,
there's also the ball ride, right? What's that called?
um, something Earth. Spaceship Earth. Yeah.
You're also missing and Three Caballeros.
Ooh.
None of these are things that matter.
And Frozen.
Again, none of these things matter.
Well,
They're all
Mission Space
Terrible.
is fine.
no.
Three Caballeros is at least fun, and I actually think the Frozen ride's alright, because they recently redid it, and I went after they redid it a little bit. The animatronics are pretty good.
My thing is, if you compare it to any other park, it falls short in every single department.
I'll be real. I don't agree I don't think it's a bad park.
Just the worst Disney one is what I'm saying.
I think that there's an argument there, and I think that the argument there is, I know a lot of people who it's their favorite park.
Because they like to drink?
Not necessarily.
That's usually what it is.
I think that Epcot has a very different purpose than most other theme parks. The purpose of Epcot is not to go there and to go through a bunch of fun rides.
Yeah.
I appreciate that Epcot has a lot of events going on.
It's supposed to be a cultural celebration, and I think it was at one point a cultural celebration.
You're right. I think they need to update a lot of that stuff.
Now it's a merchandise celebration.
I also think there was like that one Moana section they added, like a
yes,
walkthrough.
like the play pad water thing.
No, it's not like
it's not a play pad, but
yeah.
it is. You interact with the water.
I thought that thing was pretty cool when I went
alright.
through it recently.
Yeah.
I actually think there are some really good things at Epcot. I think there are some things Epcot does well. I just think it needs to be revamped. And I think if it got revamped... Also, we didn't mention, or you might have said it, the Ratatouille ride.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones I mentioned. That one's good.
That one's pretty good. I went on it recently, and I think it's a really fun ride. I do really like how they've started doing the no-track kart rides. I think that those are really good.
Yeah, sure.
Because they have that one, and then they have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah.
Banger song.
The song is good, the ride is alright.
The ride's fun.
I mean, speaking of that ride in Hollywood Studios, the Muppets are taking over the Rock and Roller Coaster,
which is
with Aerosmith,
peak.
Which I like Aerosmith, but this is a good change.
This is peak, guys.
Unfortunately, we lost the Muppets area. But...
Yeah, I do think that they've already, even just in the time since it closed the ride, have added Muppet-themed things around the area.
Yeah, I expected they would.
And so I think that that it's not going to be as much, but I'm still glad that there's going to be Muppet representation. And a ride is going to be so cool to have for the Muppets.
And I'm actually very hyped for what's replacing the Muppets area, because I love Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University.
Yeah.
And getting a door coaster,
Did you see the model, like the simulation that they made of what the ride will look like? They posted one online.
I think I've seen, like...
They even have, like, some of the acting done.
I saw, like, the launch system, how it, like, they're pulling up, like, the doors from peak.
It's cool. I think that's going to be awesome. And I think a Monsters, Inc. area is probably long overdue.
I would agree. The closest we've had is the Laugh Floor in Magic Kingdom.
And
I like the Laugh Floor.
I also like the Laugh Floor. I think the
Monsters
Laugh Floor is fun.
Just a good franchise.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I think that Disney feels like they're not doing enough right now.
Which is why they're revamping Magic Kingdom.
I've heard that they're working on another Orlando park.
I'm not sure.
So, we'll see.
That'll take time.
Yeah, I've heard they've been working on it for years. But I also think that the big issue with them lately has been follow-through. Which is the reason why I think something like Epic Universe is so much better. Because I think Universal has proven that they're willing to put the resources into maintaining the environment, maintaining the fact that this feels like you entered a new world, and also keeping actors and stuff in there, which, like, one of my favorite parts about, like, Halloween Horror Nights is every year, when you go into the Harry Potter section, the Gringotts section, they have a bunch of, like, Death Eaters who are roaming around, and they do that consistently every year. They've recently made up all those animatronics for the How to Train Your Dragon area. even just the week of recording this, which I guess will place when this happened, but Epic Universe released a new Yoshi costume and a Yoshi meet and
They
greet.
did. Yeah, I heard about
Um,
that.
and so they're willing to put the money and resources into making it a full experience and making it really feel like their characters are really there around you,
Mhm.
that you're actually in the places. And I think that recently Disney has been failing at that.
The
With
immersion that Disney was probably once known for has basically evaporated. Like you
yeah,
think back to a few years ago, you have the the Pandora area in Animal Kingdom. That was the immersive park,
yeah,
and they've let it go down to like nothing. Like it's like the bioluminescence is they just redid some of it, but for like years it just hasn't been there,
hmm
and all of the whole area it's just like it's clearly not kept at that level that it used to be. Even the ride, you can tell like the ride used to be one of the most immersive, but now the chairs, a lot of them don't work properly, and maintenance needs to happen, but it's just they don't keep up with it the way like Epic does. Like Epic also recently, um, they got approval to put out the dragon drones that like fly over and make it look
hmm
like dragons are flying around Burke. That were supposed to be there when the park opened, but technology, they had to figure some stuff out, so they delayed it. But now they're out.
yeah. And also like the dragon animatronics
So
are
impressive.
so good. They're so
They're
good.
nuts. And also the
Like
puppets, like Stormfly. The fact that Stormfly is a puppet is fantastic.
yeah, and then even past that, if you look to in ride,
Mm-hmm.
or in line, if you look
Yeah.
at the monsters ride, the
Yes.
Frankenstein. Now, when I was there this weekend, a couple of the animatronics were down. However, I think that's fair that there's going to be maintenance occasionally,
Yeah.
and as far as I've heard, that has barely ever happened. But they were the Frankenstein and the Doctor Frankenstein. What's her name?
Victoria.
Victoria. Both of those animatronics in the just waiting for the line are awesome.
They are so
Um,
impressive.
yeah, the Igor video that plays too is so
Universal
good.
Universal has been innovating and pushing forward what theme parks can be, and Disney has been stagnant.
hmm
And they just got a new CEO, and it feels like things are gonna change. They announced the Star Wars area is going back to the original trilogy,
Which is
which
so
is
good.
I have mixed feelings about it because that location isn't built for it. But it's I like the
It's
original
at least an
characters.
improvement, I think.
I think I think so. And then now in Magic Kingdom, they're currently working on Radiator Springs, or not Radiator Springs. I think it's like an offshoot of Radiator Springs because that's in California. And the dark, like the Villains Land area.
Yeah.
So
And like on top of that, though, for Universal, in the midst of them working on this, the Disney working on the stuff that Disney's working on, Universal has had their new park open for about a year at this point.
yeah, probably.
I think a little less than a year, but about a year.
Yeah.
And they're already working on new areas for that park. They're working on redoing the Poseidon's Fury area.
Thank
They're
God.
working on revamping or doing the Fast and Furious roller coaster right
I'm
now.
so hyped for that coaster. I've been like on my knees begging for them to, and I thought it was a long shot. I was like, California's getting Hollywood
Mhm.
Drift. Get rid of superchargers or whatever it's called, and then like replace Rip Ride with one of two things. I was okay with the Ghostbusters ride because the whole firehouse set they're using, but I wanted the Fast and Furious one, and now we're getting it, and Superchargers is going away, and like
Which also they're gonna put something new in there too. Which means I mean they're working on
yeah,
and like supposedly there've been talks. I don't know how real these things are, but this is just things I've heard of like Legend of Zelda.
mm-hmm.
I think they recently announced a Pokemon area in Japan,
Yeah,
which means it's very likely that it'll end up here eventually.
eventually.
And also, like Lord of the Rings has been in the talks, as far as I've heard.
Yes, I believe that was for the Universal Park they have in Europe, like in I think like the
But even
UK.
still, like all of these things could be
Yes.
anywhere, and they're working on so many projects right now, and it feels like Disney's doing also projects, but I just do not trust that they're going to follow through as much as
Well, I
Universal
mean,
has
I
been
look at
recently.
something like the new Cars area and the Villains Land in Magic Kingdom, and I'm like, this feels like the same kind of add-on they would have done 10 years ago.
Well,
Nothing
because it also
feels
is
groundbreaking.
for a lot of it. They
Yeah,
just keep moving things from California
California.
or
Yeah,
from other places to here, which I also, I mean, I can't necessarily fully fault them for. Like, I can't say that Universal's not doing that as well with Nintendo World, where the
well,
rides are
yeah.
the same as the ones in Japan. But even still, at the very least, those rides are only like 3 or 4 years old.
They're still like groundbreaking compared to everything we're finding at Disney.
Yeah. So,
And it's been that way because you think of something like Velocicoaster and Hagrid's Motorbike; those
mhm.
are like innovative coasters that have been added recently in the grand scheme of things.
And then if you think about like other than Cosmic Rewind, what's the most innovated roller coaster they have at Disney? Probably still the Yeti or something like that.
Yeah, I mean they just did Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and that was literally they
Just a
just
reskin,
reopened a
yeah.
ride that has been closed for years.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do anything new. It's just the same ride.
So, I mean, I think I mean, I do think Disney's great. I think Disney's
Yeah.
better for kids than most of the Universal parks are.
I think it depends on where, because even you think of like the DreamWorks area that they have in Universal, that's really kid oriented. You've got
Yes, but I would
the
still say
Minions and whatnot.
I think that Universal more so than Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios
Yeah,
is more kids oriented, and Islands of Adventure is more
Islands of Adventure has
adults.
Seussland
Yeah, but
and like Spider Man and
does anybody
stuff.
care about Seussland?
Not anymore. It's outdated. That's fair. But I feel like Universal.
I like riding the Cat in the Hat, but not because it's a good ride.
I think Universal does a good job of being kid friendly while appealing to adults,
hmm
and I feel like Disney
is
is
only
like
appealing to kids.
Disney is the kids'
Yeah,
place, but then there's Disney adults.
yeah, and I also say like I don't like the Minions Villain Con ride, or not even a ride. It's experience or whatever you want to
I don't
call it.
like it either.
It's not good.
No.
Um, but I still think most of what they're doing is better than most of what I've seen Disney doing recently. Because I haven't. What is the most recent new like brand new thing they've
The
released?
Zootopia show that replaced It's Tough to Be a Bug.
That's true.
And that show is incredibly mid, and It's Tough to Be a Bug was actually good.
Yeah,
So,
and it feels like most of what they're doing is playing catch up because
it does.
Universal's been working on a lot of this stuff for a long time, and so now they're just like panicking, which means that the things they're putting out feel a little bit half baked. I think.
There's, they're getting rid of, like, Dino Land USA and
Which is
Dinosaur Ride.
sucks.
I think it's fine. I think it's time for that to happen, but they're replacing it with, like,
Encanto and Indiana Jones.
yeah, I think it's, like, Central Southern America, which is fine. I think that's cool, but none of the things they're talking about doing sound
It's
interesting to me.
also Animal Kingdom, and you took away the creatures to put humans.
Which, to be fair, the original plan, as far as I'm understanding, was to eventually get rid of the dinosaurs because there was supposed to be something else there they ran out of money for, and that wasn't really like at least modern animals. But I think if you're gonna do something, keep it in the theme of
Well, you also have
animals.
Zootopia, which is,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure they have a Zootopia land in either China or Japan.
Zootopia would be a really easy win for them because it's like so loved.
Yeah, I also think they're like it would be really cool for the. I think even like an Inside Out ride would be cool. I think there's definitely something they could do there, and I feel like Inside Out is also like very good movies.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just think that they could be doing more, and even like we were saying before, we're excited that they're doing Monsters Inc. now, but it's been so long.
I mean, the reason I said Hollywood Studios is probably second worst is because there's not a lot there. I mean, truly, if you know what you're there for, you go. You can spend like 3 hours there. If you're like a pass
They have the
holder,
Star Wars
then you
stuff
leave.
now.
That's still true. Like for me, I love Star Wars. I don't spend very much time in that area.
Yeah, and I didn't get to go right when it opened. I went for the first time, I think last year. And when I went, it really didn't feel like that as big of a spectacle as I'm
Yeah.
sure it was like when it
When it
released.
opened. I will say Rise of the Resistance is an overrated ride, I think.
I would agree.
Line is always too long. Smuggler's Run, very cool.
Which
needs
they are
work,
revamping.
but they're updating it.
Yes, which is huge because when I went on that ride, I got stuck
Engineer.
engineer, and it was my first time going, and I was with people who had been on it a bunch of times.
Dude, what are you complaining about? You got to press a button twice in 10 minutes.
I literally was just like, I'm just sitting here. Why am I here?
But now they're revamping the gunner and engineer roles. The engineer, I mean, it's going to be Mando and Grogu when that movie comes out.
Yeah.
So we're getting new stories, which is cool. Like new parts to the
And
story.
they said that they would get to choose.
The engineer chooses the last destination. That's cool.
Which I still think they need to do a little more.
I think they are,
but
to be fair.
that is at least a step up from doing nothing.
I think they said that the engineers will also now be tasked with taking care of Grogu, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is fun. Now, yeah, I think for sure too, like, the thing that's really frustrating about the engineer role is that it doesn't matter if the other two people are doing their jobs well. Because the other
Yes.
two groups are doing their jobs
Which
well.
I think will be improved upon now that you're taking care of Grogu, who is known to be a problematic thing.
Yeah, so he's going to be causing problems that you have to fix. Yeah, so I think that they're working on it, but I do think
hope
that's
it's good.
something that they should have thought about when they put this right out all those years ago.
I'm like, honestly, it's really unfortunate to say that the best Star Wars ride that we have in Orlando is Star Tours, but like actually,
Star
I think
Tours
it's
is
the best.
peak.
The entry to Star Tours is just like, why isn't this what the whole Star Wars area is like? Like, there is an AT-AT towering above you shooting, and there's giant trees. It's like, if that was an entire section of the park, that would be Epic Universe level of immersion. But we can't get that.
I also think that it's understandable that people would want to get rid of Muppets to replace, because it's in the middle of two Star Wars things,
Yeah.
but then they're putting another thing that's not Star Wars in the middle.
Well, they're getting rid of... Well, Star Tours is just kind of in its own land area. But they're getting rid of the Star Wars, like, character spot that's up there. Launch Bay? They're getting rid of Star Wars Launch Bay. And they're putting something else there, but I don't recall what.
In any case, there's... The minions are yelling at us. And you know what that means.
It's time to steal the moon.
It is. It's also mini game time.
It's mini game time.
And I said it correctly for once in my life.
did.
Let's go.
It kind of blew me away. What are we playing today? What's the game? That's mini.
Well, if you want to pull it out, it's actually next to you, not next to me.
I know.
Oh, wow. We are playing today a game of Wavelength, theme park edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how we want to.
I think it's gonna be like, not like probably like we'll say like rides and stuff, like whatever based on the rating.
Yeah. So I think we can do a couple categories. I think we can start with good ride. So
you is
good
bad,
ride.
Me is good.
Yeah, good ride on this side, bad ride on this side.
I'm glad he agreed. You is bad, me is good.
Yeah. So I can go first if you want to close your eyes real quick. Okay. We're ready?
Yeah.
Cosmic Rewind.
Cosmic Rewind. Okay, so we said good ride, right? So it's gonna be right there. I'm not gonna move it. Wait, no, this is bad.
That's
you
bad.
is bad. Good. It's peak. It's the
You ready?
best. Yeah.
Yep.
There it is. That's
all the way that way.
That's a 4 if I ever saw one.
It is as 4 as it could possibly be. That was a nice, easy one to start off with. It's got a little blue, but you can't. It's the blues on.
Yeah, it's hard to see the blues actually there.
It's right. It's right there.
It's
It's
a
right
sliver.
there.
It's a sliver. All right.
Okay, here you go.
Now you close your eyes. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna stick with the Disney ride.
Can
I'm
I open?
interested.
Can I
Yeah,
look?
yeah, you can look. I'm interested to see what you'll say. I'm gonna say the Peter Pan ride.
Peter Pan ride.
Yes.
I don't actually remember this ride very much.
That would be relevant. In
Yeah,
your
it's
head.
old. I do. It's definitely on the left. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those rides where it's a classic,
Hmm.
but
many moved it down.
no, that wasn't why.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I'm just processing things. I think that it's not the worst ride. I think like right around there. It's not the worst ride.
Micro-adjusting it.
Yeah, it's not the worst ride, but I also think it's one of those ones where it's like if it was getting replaced, I don't think many people would throw a fit about it.
All right. That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Take a look-see.
Do you
So-
like it more than I thought you would?
I like one specific part of it. You were just, I think originally you had it placed pretty much where it would have been a 4, which now it is a 2. But I think the perspective where you're flying over the city in London, same thing with the ET ride. It doesn't matter that I don't enjoy the rest of the ride. Flying over the micro scale city is a different experience.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that is why I had it slightly higher. But everything you said was correct.
Yeah.
So,
All
very
right.
good. Are you
Let's
gonna-
run it back. Oh yeah, let me show the camera. Wow.
Whoa. It was hard to think of something that was like not terrible, but
That is
not-
the hard part because if it's just all the way one way or the other, it's nice and
Yeah,
easy.
it's easy.
So let's do good themed area, bad themed area.
Okay. Oh, sauce.
You can open. I'm just gonna think. Keeps falling over. Let's think about this. Let's go. Not including the ride,
Just the theming of the area.
just the theming of the area.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Epic Universe Harry Potter area.
Oh. Interesting. So, I don't know if our opinions are going to be the same on this, but I'm feeling like probably like right there because it's like above average, but it does not blow me away. I feel like the theming falls a little bit flat, kind of basic.
You ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
Nailed it.
Ooh, another 4.
So, my thought
Beautiful.
process is similarly. I think that they did what they did as best as they could, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's a theme that blows you away because you're just kind of like, I'm just in a place.
It's not an iconic Harry Potter location like Hogsmeade or the
Gringotts.
Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
So it's just so basic, but it's very beautiful. To be fair,
Yeah, no, they did, which is why I'm like, it's definitely on the good side.
It is. I mean, like the things happening in the windows, the circus, like it's all very cool. Just not as good as like Nintendo or Burke.
Yeah, which is exactly. I mean, we're on the same page for this one.
We are.
All right. Staring right at the camera.
So we're doing theming.
Yes, good themed area, bad themed area.
Mm. You can open if you would like. Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go to Disney, and I'm gonna say like probably at its prime or like earlier times, Pandora.
So I never went.
You've never.
I've never been to Pandora. Not even not even now.
So are you suggesting I come with something else? Or you can
I
go
think
on
I can. I
vibes?
think I can wing it.
Okay. Never been to Pandora.
And I'm not rich like that.
Neither am I. You know I'm not.
Yeah, but your family buys you tickets.
My mom does sometimes.
I think there. I do stand by the fact that I think without a doubt, even though I haven't been there, obviously, I think that places like Burke and Nintendo Land are gonna be better
Yeah.
because I think those are near perfect.
Yeah.
Or even like some of the Harry Potter areas. I think that the one in Islands of Adventure suffers from the fact that you can still see some other things around it for some of the
Yeah,
time.
like Hogwarts is supposed to be in the middle of nowhere, but you can still see.
You can be like, oh, Jurassic Park's right there. I think that Diagon Alley is very good.
Yeah.
So I do think there are ones that are above it. I think maybe a little. One tick.
Moved one singular.
Yeah, one
slot.
tick. Yeah. I think that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so you think it's better.
I do think it's better. I think this is a combination of, this is a little bit my fault, a little bit your fault, in that
I should know that you really like
expectation
Avatar
of it,
also.
but also I probably should have said Burke, but in my mind Burke is peak. And so this is slightly less than perfect, so I couldn't say Burke. But I know I should have. Yeah, but Nintendo is objectively also like perfect.
Yeah, I think that's where you say like Diagon Alley.
That's fair. That's fair. I could have said one of the other Harry Potters.
I do think this is also what makes it difficult is that there's not going to be a perfect spot because there's not actually that many
if
themed
I was
areas.
being fully honest, I would say yellow is probably where I'd put peak Pandora. So,
Yeah. I think I was considering moving it further that way. So, yeah. Let's circle back.
Good minigame.
Good minigame.
I like the wavelength. We'll probably do it again in the future.
I do think you got more points than I did.
I did. The second one I think was on me more than on you. But even if you got a perfect one on that, I had more points. Which I just got bizarrely.
Which also, we're doing it together, so it's also kind of like because you're not. That's not how this game's technically supposed to work.
Agreed.
Is you're supposed to have two different teams with the people on both teams.
Like charades.
I mean, it was both of us, both good hints, better guesses.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, let's beyond Disney and Universal, we've talked extensively about them because they're the most important. I mean, here in Orlando, we still have so many more. I mean, we've got like SeaWorld and all the water parks.
On SeaWorld, I would just like to say SeaWorld, when I was a kid, was nothing.
Yes.
SeaWorld now, honestly, pretty great.
It's good. They've been on a steady incline for years. They keep adding new rides that are awesome.
They've done great maintenance to their old roller coasters because their old ones were also pretty good because they have Manta and Kraken.
Yes.
But then now they've opened like 4 more.
We've got Mako, which is like a woo-woo coaster.
They have Icebreaker.
And they have the Penguin one. Is that what the one? Icebreaker? I don't know.
No, Icebreaker's the surfboard one.
The surfboard coaster, I think, is a different one. But that ride is awesome. The one that
swings back and forth.
Oh, you're right. Icebreaker's the one that swings back and forth.
That one
There's also the surfboard one.
The surfing coaster is awesome.
Personally, not for me.
I love it.
But that's okay. I didn't like having part of the ride that like went under me.
Yeah, I get that.
It was uncomfortable and restraining.
It was, but I loved the ride.
I also think that ride is not built for tall people.
No, it's not. I struggled a little bit. SeaWorld, other than the rides, could use some... Like, the shows are awesome. Questionable history there and morality
Ethical
in
things,
the care of the animals. But the park is cool. And they've got, like, Discovery Cove is awesome.
They also have Sesame Street.
Yes. Sesame Street
Which
is
honestly
there.
is pretty good.
For what it is.
I mean, it's a children's area, so it's not for us.
Yes.
But, yeah, I think SeaWorld is up to their game.
And then
if
all
we
the
wanted...
water parks, right?
Yeah, because we have Aquatica.
Aquatica's here.
Aquatica's pretty solid.
Volcano Bay is awesome.
I have not been to Volcano Bay
It's the
yet.
Universal one. It's very good. I like it a lot. They've got a hydro coaster, which is a like roller coaster in the fact that you sit in a vehicle that goes up and down, but it's propelled by magnets and water jets.
That's cool.
Very cool.
They there's also Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard
Lagoon
Beach.
and Blizzard Beach. They're never open.
Yeah, no. I think I read somewhere that this coming summer they're
both
gonna have
gonna
both
be
open.
which is crazy.
I've been to them. It's been way too long for me to remember anything. But I remember them being alright. I think, yeah, I mean, we got good water parks around here.
Yeah, there's also a little further away, closer to Tampa, the sister locations to SeaWorld. You've got Busch Gardens and their water park. It's like something. It's island something like or something island. It's
Yeah, I've been to Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens
cool.
are awesome. They have that one. There's one ride. I don't remember what it's called, but it's one of them ones that are like you go up and down.
Falcon's Fury.
Yeah, Falcon's Fury.
Where you're facing the ground and you swoop out.
So I'm a little bit afraid of heights. Enough to where I will not go on that ride.
I've been on it because, you know, my lovely fiance wanted to go on it, and I will never do it again. I hated every single second of it. But I've been on pretty much every other ride there.
Yeah, and that ride, for those who don't know, it's one of those classic drop rides. Yeah. But they bring you to the top, and then right as it starts falling, it makes you face straight down.
You have to watch as your face gets ever closer very quickly to the ground. And then at the very last moment, not the last moment, but it swoops you out.
Yeah.
It's fast.
So I went there
tall.
in middle school, in 8th grade, for a field trip for band. And I have a video of one of my friends at the time passing out on the ride while they were going, and then they didn't realize because they woke up before they landed.
Jeez. It's nuts.
So, yeah, that ride's something, but I love Cheetah.
Cheetah Hunt's very good.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of, they keep getting rid of rides I like Sandstorm and Sand Serpent, which were both in the same place. Falcon's Fury replaced one of them. But the one in Egypt, the Cobra's Curse spin coaster,
that one's good.
Very good, very good. That's a good theme park.
Yeah,
for
Busch
not being in Orlando,
and even like SeaWorld's upping its game. I would consider SeaWorld worth going to now.
I would now.
But I think that's about all the time we have.
Can't end before I say that Fun Spot exists, and it's awesome because go-karts, and that's pretty much it.
Rip Wet n Wild, but I don't care about it. Fun Spot is cool, though.
There was a Wet n Wild that I went to in, like, Texas or something that was awesome, but that was when I was, like, very young.
But, yeah, I think now that we're ending the episode, I might be free from the curse of this hat.
Just ripped his head off.
Man, it's something.
This guy just ripped his head off.
Where are we thinking for the tier list?
I think you'll be higher on it than me. This is like a D tier item for me.
Let's go at least C.
I'll give you a C.
It's just really funny.
You're lucky I didn't start at F. I'm not a Nintendo guy. So
it's really funny to me, though.
Fair enough. I'd rather wear that guy.
In any case, you missed the sale. You can't be towed now. But your car is getting towed, so you should go outside to check on that.
Yeah, we actually called the tow company. This has all been a ruse, a distraction.
Yeah, Mater's out front.
And you know him.
Everyone's favorite doctor.
Tomater MD.
Yeah. And yeah, so we'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Bye.
Totally forgot Legoland, and that was so appropriate. That's
No.
You know, it's entirely forgettable.